everybody, this is Eric Worre, and welcome to NetworkMarketingPro.com. I am here on my back deck, and yesterday afternoon, I get a little comment from the show from yesterday, and Jim Fobair, who's somebody that I've admired for a long time. He's been involved in the network marketing profession since 1982.
Long time.
And one of my very early mentors, a guy by the name of Mike Nelson, is a guy who is third generation to him way back then. So a lot of the training that was passed on to Mike got passed on to me. So in effect, I've been able to gain a lot of insight, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of skill. Jim, for some of you who don't know, he was involved in Herbalife way back when. He was the #1 distributor in Herbalife for many, many years, and has had a long and illustrious career, right? He's had his own company. He's had all kinds of adversity thrust upon him, some of it adversity that he attracted to himself, you know, from whatever decisions that he'd made, like we all attract situations that happen to us. And through this whole thing, he sends me this message, you know, hey, I'm in Albert Lea, which is in Minnesota, and I said, well, gosh, we should get together for lunch. He said, well, I'm going to the Twins game. I said, well, I'm going to the Twins game too. So we ended up meeting yesterday for lunch, and then I invited him over before he headed home over here to sit down, and we've been talking for a couple hours, sharing ideas, talking about what's going on, and Jim has gone from being distributor to owner and consultant and coach and all these different things, and back into the field, like you see a lot of these different leaders, like myself and Randy Gage and a lot of different other leaders come back into the field, come back home in essence, and
just like everybody else.
Exactly, and just start doing the work, start doing what's necessary in order to be able to succeed in the long term and to build real residual wealth. So we were sitting here chatting, and you know, I want you to share a few of the ideas, some practical application, some of the things that we've been talking about, some tactics, some words, some skills. He traveled with Jim Rohn for how long?
2 years.
For 2 years,
Yeah.
him and Jim Rohn shared the stage in the Herbalife experience, training people. And because of that, one of the things that Jim Fobair has done incredibly well is he's been able to take complicated ideas and simplify them. What I've tried to learn how to do from Jim Rohn, and I guess from you too, you know, from the early mentorship, bring it down to some simple things. And so today I just figured we'd turn the cameras on and we'd talk about some of those things. And Jim, what I want you to do is just tell everybody your story, and I'm talking about your initial network marketing story. What brought you into the profession, and what was your thought process back then? You know, how did this all happen?
Started right here in Minnesota. I was selling mattresses at Slumberland, making $1,000 a month, and I was there 4 years. But I was very dissatisfied, and you know, just starting a young family, and you know, I wanted a whole lot more. And so I started my personal growth and development journey. Read Think and Grow Rich for the first time, and you know, that I couldn't believe, you know, what I was reading, and so for 2 years while I was selling mattresses, I'm going to seminars, I'm listening to tapes, reading the books, and you know, wanting more. And that's when I heard for things to change, I had to change, otherwise it wasn't going to change. And so then when I answered an ad in the newspaper, Minneapolis Tribune, it said, the headline in the ad said, "Are you earning what you're worth?" I remember talking to myself going, boy, I hope not.
It's a good question, by the way.
Yeah, $1,000 a month. I duplicated that ad for 6 more months when I got into Herbalife, and they were 2 years old, and there was only 3 people in the company making $5,000 to $10,000 a month, and they were average folks like myself, and those stories motivated me. So in the meeting, there was 12 people that showed up off the same ad I called, and the guy who gave the meeting, I asked him, okay, what do you do next to make that kind of money? And he just gave a simple, you know, 1, 2, 3. use the product, wear the button, talk to people. And I said, but there's got to be more to it than that. He said,
Back then, just so you know, they had a button that said, lose weight now, ask me how. And everybody was wearing these buttons around. I don't know if you remember that back in the day. But
Yeah.
that was a big part of their core system. Same inside of your business, whether it's show the plan, or it's do the parties, or it's have people watch the website, or look at a DVD, or look at a magazine, whatever the tool is, whatever the basic system is. But that was the system that they taught him. So I just wanted you to kind of catch up with that.
so he just told me, well, that's all you do? He shook my hand and walked away. And then I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to do that to the best of my ability. And because I was so dissatisfied on my JOB, and I was already into personal growth for 2 years, that one of the keys was I was very teachable. So I said, I'm going to do that. And my first month part-time at the store made $680, which was almost as much as, the next month I made $2,000. So I quit my job, and I just wanted to be, have the freedom and flexibility to be my own boss and work from home. And I gave myself a 5-year goal to get to $5,000 a month. That was my burning desire. And the next month it wasn't $5,000, it was $7,000. And I found out you could easily readjust your goals in a hurry. And then I went to $10,000. So in 90 days, I had my income go up 10 times. What a ride. And so what I did is I just duplicated that first 90 days 6 times. 18 months later, I was at $100,000 a month. The first one back then on a 3-level plan to make 6 figures a month. And